All right, so we are here with Emily Farrell from Thrivent discussing best ways to care for an aging loved one, how to have conversations, what to do with estate planning as well. This question says, my mother-in-law has dementia. My spouse lives with her to take care of her. His brothers and sisters don't really help or visit, even though everyone's local. How do we approach the subject of splitting up the care responsibilities?
I'm so sorry that you're finding yourself in that situation. Here's what I would suggest is scheduling some time. We need a family meeting and let's talk about what kinds of things each of us can do because not everybody loves doing everything. So one can do the shopping, one could do the bills, taking care of the money side of things. Another could do any household repairs or overseeing anything that might need to be done to alter the home. These are such tough times, but you've got to approach it with open conversation, which in some families, including mine, can be challenging. But really talk about how can we help each other, not a bitter you've done this and I've done that. But the past doesn't matter. We've got to move forward and find the best solution for our whole family, including the one who's got dementia and can't make decisions on their own.
How do you get a parent to do a power of attorney when they just don't want to?
I've run into that myself. So here's the challenge. This is where you need to communicate and let them know if something happens to you, there is no one who has authority, your authority, to act on your behalf. So depending on the severity of the situation, this could end up in the courts with a guardianship and all kinds of complications. So there again, I think you lead by example. You say, hey, mom, dad, I've gotten my power of attorneys, written up, everything taken care of. What status are you in? Who would you like to serve in your state? It doesn't have to be a family member. It just has to be someone that person authorizes to serve for them.
All right. Let's see. In your will, how do you leave money with a relative that is receiving disability? I don't want to cause issues with their monthly checks.
Oh, that's a fantastic question. So there are special needs trusts that can be written up for those who may not be able to take care of their own needs. And that's where you really want to spend time with an attorney, set up how the bills get paid, who's in charge, where all of the different funds come from, because you absolutely can destroy any sort of state benefits or anything that they're entitled to because of the nature of their situation. Well-meaning family leaving money to someone who's in that situation, the best thing to do would be to talk with the whole family, make sure, has anybody set up a special needs trust? And if so, how is it titled? And how do I name that trust as my beneficiary instead of the direct individual?
And really quick, because we have just under a minute, how can a senior get a will or a power of attorney completed while living on a budget? Is there help?
Absolutely. I would start with the Legal Aid Society, the North Carolina Bar Association. I would also check in your church, and some banks and credit unions also have programs for access to attorneys who can help. This is not a DIY project, but I certainly understand there are financial limitations. Bear in mind that people want to help. People like me who know a little bit about some things are more than happy to share and help you through and navigate some of these really big obstacles.
Well, we certainly do appreciate your time and your expertise and your care for those out there. If you missed any of this conversation, you're going to be able to find it in the Who Wants to Know section of our website.